New items in the mail, plus more on the Android head unit. Good afternoon, YouTube, on a Wednesday. I would tell you what time it is, but as you can see, I think clearly, it is a little dark. And it is a little dark for a reason, because I have the lights off. One of the things I wanted to show you was this little item I got in the mail the other day, and I'm going to be doing a review on this, but I just wanted to kind of show you exactly what kind of light it puts out. Let me get some things out of the way a little bit here. And we'll turn it on. Now there you go. That's the, I'm going to call that the floodlight option for the light. That's the full brightness of it, and then there's a dimmer section for that, and then there's off. So I think it works pretty darn good. Turn it up a little bit this way. I've got it turned the wrong way, I guess. But anyway, you can see it does light up. I'll bring it down this way a little bit so you can see the less shadows or whatever. But it does provide a lot of light, and that's my expert opinion on how much light's provided by that. I'm going to do a test of this, part of the review, and we're going to basically shoot a whole video using this, and we're going to see how long the light lasts on a full charge. I'll charge it up fully, and I'm going to attach it up here at the top again, some way like that, and I'm going to shoot a whole video with it, and I'll leave the camera run as long as it will, and then we'll see how long the light lasts. So that's coming up, not today, but it will be coming up. So let's get on to the main topic of today. And for this main topic, now that we have our lights back, well, most of them, let's turn the other one on too. Might as well have full lighting for this. There we go. Now we got some real light. Oops, hit the camera, didn't I? You can see this is the Android head unit here, and that's what I'm going to call it from now on, because that's what everybody else calls them. So the items here are there's the wiring harness that plugs into the factory harness. That's one thing. The other thing that arrived is my digital caliper, and there you go. That's here. That's nice. I'm going to play around with that probably later on. And these are the instructions for putting the adapter install kit, whatever you want to call that. And it's pretty simple, but we're going to look at it and see how it fits. Also have another item on coming, or not coming, but I'm going to change around here on this. Let me try to take this out first. And I may have it on there. I'm not really sure. I loaded a couple of different launchers for this device yesterday and was playing around with them. And I think I have settled on one called Agama. And I think it's pretty decent. I thought it was going to cost a lot of money, but I looked at the yesterday. I loaded it onto my tablet, my RCA 10-inch tablet, just to play around with it and see what it did. And it comes up right on the start there and says you can go ahead and try the 30-day trial or buy it for $1.99. So I think it's worth $1.99. We'll show you here in just a bit when we get through playing with this. But I want to first take and well, the first thing I found out is my scissors are not there. This was my fault, though. I left them in the front room. Anyway, there are more instructions inside here. I think those are instructions. They look like instructions. The main thing I want to see is if this is going to work. And it does have all the parts, pieces, things like that there, which is good. Very good. The main thing I want to see is how well the head unit itself fits into that hole. If it fits into that hole, we should have no problems at all putting this in. If it doesn't fit that hole, then we'll have to do some alterations. But this is the dash piece that goes in there, and that's how it fits, just like that. So looking at it right now, I'm saying it's probably going to need some alterations because it won't fit in there. Let me take it in from the back and see. Whoops. See, now there's your measurement there. It's not fitting in there. And I was told that that's the case, but you know, you have to try it yourself and see, because how would you know if you didn't? So I think if I cut that there on both sides and just let the head unit, you know, do that, but then I've still got the side pieces to trim down a little bit on each side, and I think I can do that as well. I hope I can do that as well, because I want to use this, because this, you know, the top part really would matter if that was shown instead of this. That would not matter. But like I said, the side pieces are really the biggest deal there. Now I probably could trim a little off here down here and maybe get some more space and still use that top piece. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some measurements and see. But anyway, the way this thing works, let me get that out of the way a little bit. You put that in there. These attach to the side like this with screws, and they go back in. These things here is what holds it into the dash, these bottom ones here. So pretty sure that's how that fits in there, and that's adjustable too to your radio size, and so that will work out rather well, I do believe. It's just a matter of me getting this thing trimmed down as far as I can get it. And there's a lip right on front I'd like to leave there, because I'd like for the car stereo to fit in there, and have that, leave that there, because that fits the dash a little bit better, I think. And I think if I just trim all this out here, I think that would work, I hope. But I'd like to leave all these pieces here if I could, because I think those aid in keeping the dash thing fitting perfectly. So may have to do some playing around with it, but I will do that. And so that's that. So now we know at least what we've got to do. Trying to figure out how much of that's got to come off. See, there's a lip on here. This is recessed a little bit compared to this, so actually all we have to do is trim this part, and there is a it's that thick, so I'm gonna say we can trim off at least half of that, and I think if we did that, that would give us enough room where it would fit this way, and I could even pull it apart a little bit to make it fit. And it's going to take more than me to do it. But anyway, that's the part I've got to alter, so I'm going to work on that off camera, obviously. And same thing with the bottom, I'll work on getting that out. And again, there's that same thickness there on the bottom, so if I go maybe a half in that and half on the top, and use my Dremel, I think I've got that sanding wheel, I think it will work. But I think that's the only way to get this to where we need it. Once you get it where you need it, like I said, it's only got to fit in there up to this point here is all the further that needs to come into. And from there on, we can just use the adjustments of the side pieces. I've got these, in addition to these pieces here with all the holes, I've got the brackets that came with the radio itself, which we may need these here, and these do the same thing. So we'll get it on there. It's not a big deal, I don't think. But again, I was told that this would happen when you buy these cheaper Chinese head units, because they're not really made for double DINs. I mean, they'll fit in the hole, obviously, but they don't fit in the adapters like a regular car radio would. These are not really a car radio. These are in a different class, I think. So, all right, next what we're going to do is, as I said, I want to show you this little Agama. Deal? Let me get this thing set up and I'll bring you back. How's that?